ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. So today we are going to learn about the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Already you have completed how many chapters? 9 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So today let's discuss more about yesterday Krishna told, right, about his what did yesterday Krishna tell in the 9th chapter? Anybody can tell? What were the things you learned? Not specific, whatever you remember from previous chapter, you can just tell here.
Secrets.
Yeah, what was the secret? Anybody knows? Yeah, what was the secret that Krishna told? What did he tell? There were 3 secrets, right? You have to unmute. You have to unmute and tell. Yes, chat is good, but then it's better if you unmute yourself and tell.
Secret one. Soul is eternal. We are the souls. Secret two.
Yes, we are the souls.
We are the part of Krishna. We are a part of Krishna. And third secret.
Very good.
We should worship Lord Krishna. That worship should be devotional service.
Yes, very good. Very good. Thank you for saying the 3 kinds of secrets, right? First was this, we are souls. The second is what? We are the part and parcels of Krishna. And the third is what we have to do is this, to serve Krishna with heart and with total heart and love, right? That was the secret, 3 types of secret in the whole Bhagavad Gita. And yesterday Krishna specifically told about which one? That was about worshipping Sri Krishna, right? That was specifically told in the previous classes. And what was the difference between the spiritual world and material world? Anybody can recollect? What was the difference between spiritual world and uh, this world, this material world? You have to unmute. Today I'll be little stubborn towards this. I want you to unmute. Yes. Yes. Can anybody unmute and tell that? What was it that Krishna says specifically in the previous class? How is this world? How is this material world where we are staying? That is how Dukkhalaya are Shashvatam, right? Dukkhalaya. What do you mean by Dukkhalaya? What do you mean by Dukkhalaya? Where there is happiness? Dukkhalaya means happiness, right?
Sadness. Opposite.
Sadness. trouble, right? Yes, very good. Sadness, trouble, so many things are going on. Huh? So that was Dukhalem Ashashvatam. Ashashvatam, Shashvata means permanent. Ashashvata means which is temporary. So this Krishna himself is telling this, right? This world is temporary and full of misery. So how can you expect to be permanent and with all the happiness? It's not possible, right? That's what Krishna is going to tell in this in previous chapter. Okay, today is which Ekadashi? Anybody knows the name of the Ekadashi? Today's name, Ekadashi name?
Mataji, Sattila Ekadashi.
Yes. What is the significance of today's Ekadashi? It's different from all other Ekadashi. What is mainly in this Ekadashi? Main thing?
Can I answer?
Yes, Mataji.
I just know one thing. Ekadashi is the 11th day after full moon and 11th day after new moon.
Oh, very nice. Correct. It comes. Hare Krishna, you can hear me, no? Now? Okay, I don't know. Something happened. Okay, anyways, let's see now. That means today is Ekadashi. How many of you have kept a fast or you have followed Ekadashi rules? How many of you kept? You can raise your hands. Ekadashi is very auspicious, no? For especially for Vaishnava, especially for devotees of Lord Krishna. No, Ekadashi is very merciful. Somebody asked, Radharani, one of the Shastras gives that somebody asked Radharani. Yes, very good. 3 of you have kept. Very nice to see that. Somebody asked Radharani, how you are very dear to Krishna. Radharani is very dear to Krishna. Wherever Krishna is, Radharani is there. So, so Radharani said, I am serving Krishna and also I am keeping what? Ekadashi fast for Krishna. So Krishna loves those who keep Ekadashi fasting. So this is like, we get weekly, what you say? There's something, discounts and weekly shopping. People go and with all the discounts they get. So this is like in 15 days once this Ekadashis come, and totally there are 24 Ekadashis. So it's like my voice is now clear or still breaking? Okay. Yes. So there are how many Ekadashis? 24 Ekadashis. Okay. It's breaking. How come? I don't know. Everything is fine. Okay, let's see. After some time, it may catch the network. Yeah. So there are 24 4 Ekadashis, as I said. And every Ekadashi is so significant, different pastimes are there. So why they are significant? And today is especially significant of the til, we have to have til. So that's what the significance is. So I think so the screen has stopped. Okay, I'll share the screen. Oh, it went off. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. So today is the 10th chapter, and Krishna is going to speak about the opulence. Now, whose opulence is going to speak? He's going to speak about his spiritual opulence. That's Krishna's opulence, right? How great is Krishna? Krishna himself is going to introduce to us. So that's it. And in this chapter, there are totally 4 sections which we are going to divide. And one is Krishna is unknowable, right? Yesterday he said about the mystic opulence. No? Now, 1 second. And I'll just come in 1 minute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay. Yes. So, so yesterday we understood that Krishna is how he said himself, right? He said about himself to Arjuna that behold my mystic opulence. So now Krishna is going to speak about his real mystic opulence. So why do we need before we go through the mystic opulence of Krishna? Can anybody tell me why should I know about it? Why should I know about Krishna's mystic opulence? What's the use of knowing it? What's the use of knowing Krishna? You all have come for Bhagavad Gita class. What is the use of it? Why should I know about Krishna? What will happen if there is somebody in this class and okay, you all have celebrities, right? Some celebrities you like, either film models or sports, they're different. So why do you want to know more about that person? When you have an interest, right, upon them, then you feel like knowing more about them, no? Why? It gives you some kind of happiness. And when you know more about a particular celebrity of yours, then it becomes very you become so attached to that celebrity. Then what happens? You feel more loving to that celebrities, yes, to love him more. Correct. Why do I know? Like I gave the example of celebrities. Now, for example, there is celebrity Mr. A. Now I see him, and after that what happens? I go on Wikipedia, I search about him, I go to his account. Wherever I start, so many people are there, they talk about that person, and they come to know so many things. They sometimes it happens that they come to know about the home address also, they send some gifts. Now why is it happening? Because they are now behind, they want to love, they want to serve that person, that kind of a relationship. So that's why Krishna is going to speak about himself more. Why? So that the devotees always want to hear about Krishna. No, that's what the difference is. They always want to hear about Krishna, and that's why Krishna speaks about himself more. Okay, so that's the thing here. That's why Krishna wants to tell about his opulences, so that we in this material world, right, we can't see Krishna, but we can see something which is connected to Krishna, right? I can see the deity of Krishna. I cannot see Krishna directly, But I can see when you go to, when you go to a temple, ISKCON temple, so nicely they are decorated. You feel like they are real. They are real. But for us, we feel, they are just statues or something. But the devotee, they actually connect to Krishna through vigrahas, through the prasadam, and they appreciate Krishna's presence everywhere. That's why Krishna wants to tell to Arjuna that even though you are in this material world, you can connect to the Krishna easily. Okay. So next is the pure bhakti is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Then Arjuna accepts Krishna as the supreme position. Okay. So now when Krishna tells about himself, one is that we love to hear about Krishna. Second one is that to make you confirm that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Now, if some person wants to know about me, I have to reveal it to him. No, I can't keep myself secret and tell, oh, now get my information. I can't do that. First, I have to reveal it to him that who am I, what am I doing. Then only the person can come to me. Right? Here we can go through third parties, but then Krishna we can't go like that. No, we have to go to him directly. And how do we go? Through a spiritual master, through shastras, through spiritual master, sadhu sangha, sadhu shastra. That means either guru, sadhus, that the devotees, and the shastras. Okay, only three things can help us to know about Krishna. And when Krishna himself is speaking in Bhagavad Gita, which is the shastra, then Arjuna is accepting his position as the supreme personality of Godhead. So then Krishna further starts to explain about his opulences, further opulences. Okay, so let's continue here. Oh, the supreme personality of God, listen again, O mighty Arjuna, because you are my dear friend, for your benefit I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So Krishna here is speaking about his knowledge, and here it is telling, here he is telling that I shall speak to you further. Now Krishna is not limiting himself from his 9th chapter. What is he doing? He wants to speak more and more about him, to Arjuna. Why? One, the devotee relishes when Krishna's talk is coming. Suddenly, from nowhere, when you're scrolling, you feel bored, and suddenly one lecture comes about Krishna. Some interesting story, interesting pastimes about Krishna comes. You become alert listening to it, right? How many of you become, I don't know, but whenever devotee, when he hears, suddenly he hears about, what happened to Krishna, what had happened during that time, you know at that time, devotees become alert. What happened, can you elaborate that past time to me? They start asking so many questions about it. So that's how, because devotees want to hear more. And second thing, why Krishna is speaking about this thing? To convince atheist, they don't know who is Krishna. So Krishna is telling, you are in this material world. Being in this material world, you can actually know me, how great God is. Everybody says God is great, but do they really know how great is God? They may tell, more than me, maybe 2 times of me, 3 times of me, God is great. 4 times of me. No, God is unlimitedly great. He's so great. Prabhupada says one joke that a frog from the ocean side, it came to the well side. Frogs go migrate here and there sometimes. So a frog which was living in the ocean shore, it came to the well. It came and it jumped into the well. And the frogs in the well, they are now asking that frog, which is in, like, they are discussing about the ocean. See, the frogs in the well, he hears that the frogs in the well, they were discussing about the ocean. They were telling like, ocean must be 2 times bigger than this well. Then another frog said, no, it may be 10 times bigger than this well. Another frog told, no, it may be 50 times bigger than this well. Ocean may be 50 times bigger than this well. ultimately they could not realize that ocean is unlimited. What is well and what is ocean? No? So people in this world, they want to know Krishna by their own limited brain, like atheists and scientists. But then they don't know how great is God. Everybody says God is great because there is superiority of God, because God cannot be controlled. But then they don't know how great He is. Okay, that's the uh, thing here said. So Krishna says, Na me vidu suragana prabhavam na maharshyaha aham adirhi devanam maharshinam sa cha sarvashaha. Now Krishna is going to tell that we are in this material. First thing we should know here, Krishna, why he is giving all this analogy, I'm that, I'm this, because how we can connect to Krishna. Krishna is showing us, right? When we see water, right, Krishna says rasoham apsukanteya, in water I am the taste of water. So when we see water in this material world, we can remember Krishna. That's the purpose why Krishna is giving us all this identification. I'm that in that, I'm this in this. Why Krishna is telling? So that whenever you see, he says, I am the power in the powerful person. Whenever you see a powerful person in this world, weightlifters and sportsmen, whenever you see them, you can immediately remember Krishna. Oh, this person is so powerful. Krishna is giving him power. In that way you are connected to Krishna. Directly we cannot see Krishna in this material world, but through connections we can see Krishna. Uh, a person who is very intelligent than you, who scores more than you, always comes first. Oh, Krishna is giving him intelligence. Krishna is giving him memory power. You can think in that way, rather than getting upset. You can think that Krishna is maybe giving. That's why he is so intelligent, right? Why Krishna himself is saying, "I'm the the intelligence of the intelligent." So, in that way, we are trying to connect to Krishna even when we are in this material world. Same thing Krishna is going to continue. Neither the host of the demigods nor the great sages know my original opulence. Krishna is not known to anyone. So, for in every respect, I am the source of the demigod and the sages. Because, see, uh, like you are a child, you don't know. A mother and a parent knows everything about the child, but the child knows limited about their parents. No, do you know the childhood of your parents? They might tell some of the some of the things they had done in childhood, but you don't know the entire thing. Why? They were before you. So similarly, all these creatures, even Brahma, all the sages came after Krishna. So they don't know much about Krishna, but Krishna knows everything about them. Why? Krishna made them. No, so he knows everything about them. He knows how material world is because he is the engineer behind everything. So he knows. But we don't know about Krishna because we are limited than Krishna. That's what Krishna is telling here. Behold my opulence mistake, right? Yesterday in the class he told. He knows me as the unborn. Who knows that? The soul, the devotees, they know Krishna is the unborn. He is the as a beginningless, as the supreme of all three worlds. He, undiluted among the men, is free from all senses. So here, when Devaki Mata was pregnant with Krishna, demigods, all Brahma, Shiva, everybody started showering flowers on Krishna, right? They started putting flowers on Krishna. Why? Because they already knew Krishna did not become supreme personality after he took birth. Not like that. He was already a supreme personality of Godhead. The only thing is, he just appeared, and all the devotees, they came to know immediately that Krishna is going to take birth in this material world. Like means he is going to appear in this material world through Devaki mother's womb. Like us, Krishna does not need a womb of a mother to come to this material world. He does not want, right? When Narsimha Deva wanted to come to this world. He did not want a mother's womb to come. He just appeared like this through a pillar, right? Did he want, oh, I don't have a mother, how can I come to this world? Did he think about that? No. But especially when Devaki's case came, why did Krishna took birth in her womb? Because she prayed Krishna in her previous life, to Lord Vishnu, that if you could be I want somebody like you to be my son. Then Krishna thought, somebody like me? There is nobody like Krishna in this world. So Krishna thought, I will myself come. So to give pleasure to Devaki Mata, to give her happiness, he personally came and sat inside her womb so that she will be happy, to give pleasure to her as like a son, in the womb. When a woman is pregnant, she feels so happy carrying her child in her womb. Same happiness he wanted to give to Devaki Mata. That's why he came in the womb. That does not mean Krishna really needed a womb to get out of this, to come out to this material world. He does not need, but to give pleasure. So all the devatas who were there, it's in Krishna book, in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, if you read, you get this, all the shlokas, where they are praying to Krishna with beautiful songs. All, even Brahma comes, Shiva comes, or everybody comes, all the people comes, and they start showering. And Devaki's face, it was like normal, like us only. But when Krishna came into her womb, she started glowing. Whole jail was glowing with, so much opulence is coming out of her. Why? Krishna was there inside her. So when devotee enters Krishna's heart, he was already there. But then when he becomes conscious of that devotee starts glowing with happiness. That's the difference. Same what Devaki Mata had when he entered into the womb. Same thing happens when the devotee's heart is impregnated with Krishna. So that's the thing here. And then a sage who knows about Krishna, he's never deluded. Krishna took birth. Everybody thinks in this material world, Krishna Janmashtami is the birth of Krishna. He, he took birth in the jail. But then a real intelligent devotee, he knows Krishna just appeared to give pleasure to Devaki Mata. He did not want to take birth as such. He just came so that at the time of pastime, just to create a leela, so that everybody will enjoy. That just for that he wanted to come to the jail and everything. But then a real devotee will understand it's all Krishna's pastime. He is always there. So intelligence, knowledge, freedom from delusion, flow of the mind, happiness, distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, and infamy. All these things as the various qualities of the living entities are created by me alone. We all have these qualities with us, right? Somewhat we have intelligence, some have more intelligence, some have less intelligence, some have more knowledge, some have less knowledge. All these qualities are given by Krishna. See, when we tell, right, today, Mataji told, we are the part and parcels of Krishna. We are part of Krishna. So as I gave the example of ocean water and the handful of water, same ocean water, which is in my hand, have the same salt quality, no? Each and every hydrogen molecule in the ocean has the same, salty molecule in, I mean to say salty taste, right? Why? The entire ocean also has the salt. Even a molecule of it, a small droplet of it, also has the same salt in it, right? That's how. But the quantity differs. Quantity, ocean is very huge, and this one drop is very tiny compared to the ocean. Similarly, we have all the qualities which Krishna has, right? Krishna is beautiful. We also think we are so beautiful. Krishna makes jokes. Even we make jokes. Krishna, he feels angry when he sees asuras when he came here. We also feel angry. But what is the difference? Krishna's everything is adhyatmika, or the spiritual. but ours is contaminated. Why? We are working under three modes of material. Yesterday we saw, right? Krishna is the controller, we are controlled. So Krishna is in transcendental position. He is not contaminated. But when we do the same thing, when we do the same things like Krishna, if you go through the pastimes, we think Krishna is just acting like us, normal human. But the thing is, he always remain uncontaminated when we try to imitate Krishna, when we are having the same quality, but when we are in connection to the three modes of material, which one? The sattva, rajas, and tamas. What happens? Our activities become limited and contaminated. When we get angry, there's destruction everywhere. But when Krishna becomes angry, there's a new pastime. When Krishna makes a joke, there is a new pastime. When we make a joke, really doesn't matter. Some people laugh, some people don't laugh, really doesn't matter. But when Krishna makes a joke in spiritual world, everybody becomes happy and something new is happening over there. But when we do, is there anything new, or is there everybody will laugh? No, some people criticize, some people laugh. There are chances like that. So the difference is Krishna is unlimited. We are limited because of our condition, because we are in this material world, we are in condition stage, right? King is always with full freedom, right? But the prisoner inside the jail, he has similar kind of all possess things, but the thing is he's limited because he has committed a crime and he's limited, right? There are some limitations to the prisoner, but king is fully free. Similarly, when we are in this material world, we have all these qualities. Krishna gave us these qualities of his, but the only thing is we are in a contaminated stage. Krishna is full and his qualities are unlimited. Our qualities are like the drops of the ocean. Okay, that's the difference. So the seven sages and before them the four Kumaras are the great sages, and the Manu come forward me, born from my mind, and all living entities, population, previous planets descended from them. So Krishna is now speaking about the seven sages and four Kumaras. Now, who are the seven sages? Anybody knows? At least you can tell the four Kumaras' names if you don't remember seven sages. Four Kumaras. Who are the four Kumaras? Anybody knows? Who are they actually? Who are the four Kumaras? Yes, they are the first sons of Brahma. Very good, Rishi. They are the first sons of Brahma. Now let's see who are the seven sages. They are Kashyapa, Atri, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamadagnya, and Bharadwaja. Okay, these are the four. These are the seven sages. And why they are so famous? Because they all dedicated to Krishna. And who are the four Kumaras? Yes, Atri, Vasistha, everybody. And there is something called as Gotras, right? If you know, you can ask your parents and somewhere you can get Gotras. Gotras means the families. So when Brahma created these seven sages from his mind, he gave it one person to, progeny. That means they have to build their own kind of population. So if you ask your parents, they know about this Gotra and everything. They'll tell you. And these Gotras should be inside these people. Might be the names are changed, but they should be in these seven, seven kinds of. So they started giving from their mind. They started populating and everything, but they were the devotees of the Lord. And then Sanaka Kumara, Sanatana, Sananda, and Sanak. So these are the four Kumaras of Brahma. So we all know Jai Vijay pastime, right? What happened when they went there, and Sanaka, Sanatana, the four Kumaras, they cursed Jaya Vijaya and everything. So we know about that. But then what happened afterwards? They cursed. Fine. It was just for the pastime of Lord. They wanted to have a fight with the Lord. Like children want to have a fight with father sometimes, So they just wanted. So that cause they went as like asuras and all of that. Leave that part. Now come to the devotees part of the four Kumaras. It is said in Bhagavatam that the four Kumaras were not completely a devotee when they came, when they came out from the mind of Brahma. Like Brahma can create from all the parts. But the thing is, who created Brahma? Vishnu. So that's the thing. So when Brahma created the four Kumaras, he wanted them to go for a population, progeny, and he wanted to create living beings. He wanted to not create, in the sense that he wanted to give some bodies to the living entities. But then they did not accept. And they were they were Brahmavadis. I already told what is Brahmavadi. They think that the Lord has no form, he is just light. So these four Kumaras were like that. So then Brahma told, why don't you go and check directly in Vaikunta? You have the access to go to Vaikunta. Why don't you check there? Go. Then when their father told, they have to listen. They went to Vaikunta. They crossed almost all the doors. And the last door was there where Jai Vijaya were standing. So after that whole pastime where Jai Vijay were cursed and everything, then to see the Chatushkumaras, he was so happy, Vishnu. He himself with goddess Lakshmi, they both came out of Vaikunta and showed them how they are. Then they realized, oh, when God himself is showing his form, what should be the doubt for me? No? Then they were still not confirmed. The Lord was speaking many things, but these four Kumaras, they did not understand what the Lord is speaking. Then they started praying to the Lord, and they started smelling, ground. They were searching. They were like, who is this personality? Who is this beautiful personality? You can see this picture here, and you can see something here, the Tulasi on the lotus feet of Krishna, this Vishnu form. Always in Vishnu form and Krishna's, always there's a Tulsi on the lotus feet. All the pictures, if you see in ISKCON, there is always a Tulsi on the lotus feet. So when Vishnu was coming out, and he had a Tulsi on the lotus feet, because Tulsi is very dear to Krishna. Okay, so that's why when you offer bhoga, you should have a Tulsi on top of your bhoga, so that Krishna will accept it. Because if our food is however contaminated, because we are doing, but Tulasi is uncontaminated, she is spiritual. No, that's why when we put Tulasi on the top of our bhoga, Krishna accepts, because Tulasi is giving this food to Krishna. So she makes everything purified. So when four Kumaras, they saw that something is there on the lotus feet of Krishna, Vishnu, they started smelling it. What is it? What is it? Like a small curious children, they start smelling everything. They want to taste everything. So they started smelling. Immediately, when they got the smell of Tulasi on the lotus feet of Krishna, they became devotees. They became devotees at the moment. They left Brahmavadis. They became the bhakti yogis. All the bhakti yogi, they started doing bhakti yoga. So, and then they got to know what Vishnu was speaking. Till then, they did not. Similarly, when we don't do devotional service, when we don't chant Krishna's name, whatever Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita, nothing goes to our head. When we start chanting, like they had access to touch the lotus feet of Krishna, right? In Vaikunta, when they went, they smelled the Tulasi. That's why Tulsi is very, very auspicious. Even the smell of Tulsi, which is offered to Krishna, can make anybody devotees. So, because she herself is a devotee, she wants to make everybody devotee. So, in that way, when we chant the holy name of Krishna, then we get to know what Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita. Like Chatushkumaras, they did not understand what he was saying. After taking the smell of Krishna's lotus feet, then they came to know what Krishna was telling. Oh, this is the matter. Then, so similarly, when we start chanting, then we understand. Before that, many of you might have tried to learn about Bhagavad Gita, but how many of us succeeded? Very less members. When we understood through Prabhupada, through Hare Krishna mantra, then we really understood. So Krishna is then saying that he who knows the truth, this glory and the power, mine engages in the unalloyed devotional service. For of this there is no doubt. So one who knows about Krishna, and as I told, how to know about Krishna? Start with chanting. Start with chanting. Then only you can understand. Because Krishna's level of knowledge is very high. We can't understand. But then his name, right? I said it's a kind of customized version for Kali Yuga people. You know, because we can't do yagnas, we can't do pujas, we can't do many things, but we can just speak. And what to speak? Better chant. Chant your rounds. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then you start doing. Then you will able to understand about all the shastras and everything. First doubt people come when they come to Bhagavad Gita class. Do I have to learn Sanskrit? But then, do you have that much of lifetime to to learn Sanskrit and then come to Bhagavad Gita? No, that's why translation are given. Easy, purports are there. Easy for you to learn. So learn through this. And how to learn? First start doing the holy name of Lord. So if one can chant the holy name of the Lord, then what is the need of knowing the glories of Krishna? Anybody can answer this? I can, my teacher told me to chant. So I'm chanting. So I don't want to need to know about Krishna. No? What's the use then? Again, same question. Why should I know about Krishna? I can just simply sit and chant. Why should I come to Bhagavad Gita class, know about Krishna? What's the use for me to come here? Anybody? Okay. Because, yes, because we want to know more about Krishna. Why? I may chant many rounds, but then I may fall down. No, yes. Once we start chanting, we get more enthusiastic and eager to know more about Krishna and through scriptures to divert senses to Krishna consciousness. Very good. Both answers are very nice. Rishi and Vaishnavi. Both answers of yours are very nice. Because as you both said, I may chant nicely, but then if I don't know why I am chanting, I may leave chanting anytime. No, see, you're going for a medical, your medical college, but you don't know why you're going. Then what's the use of going there? No, you want to become a doctor, you want to crack MBBS and you want to become a doctor, then there is something sense. When people ask, why did you go to medical? Because I want to do MBBS and I want to become a doctor. Then you get some sense. Okay, fine. Yeah, he's correct. He's telling correct. But then when person asks, why did you come to medical college? I don't know. My parents said you go. That's why I'm coming. Will you stay for a long time if you tell like that? No. Why? Immediately you get another thing, you will jump for it. No. So knowing about why it is important, who is Krishna, why it is important, then you can chant Hare Krishna very with full enthusiastic. I may chant Hare Krishna, but I don't know what is Hare, what is Krishna. Then what's the use? Anybody knows what is Hare in Hare Krishna? Yes, absorb properly in mind. Akshata is right. Yes, Vaishnavi. It's Radharan. I already told in one class, right? Hare means Radharan. Correct. So when you know these things that I'm asking permission from Radharani to serve Krishna so that I can go back to Krishna, because Krishna's world is always with so much happiness and pleasant, but this world is dukkhalam, ashashvatam. I don't want to stay here. Then you will chant very nicely. That's the answer for this. So he who knows the truth of this glory and power of mine engaged in the unalloyed devotional service. That's what Krishna is telling. If you know about Krishna, then you will serve Krishna more. That's what the thing is. So, see, you have a boss in your office, but you don't know about much about him. He's just like a normal colleague. You don't know about his family, his relatives, and everything. So you work, for your salary. That's it. Tomorrow, some good salary is there. You resign here and you go there. No, but if the same boss is your father or is your relative, even though a relative is in the sense he's very close relative, you enjoyed, you have childhood with him, the same person is your boss, even though there is more salary to the next company, you won't leave and you want to fix it here. Why? Because there is some kind of a bond, you know more about that person. No, that's the thing. Similarly, when you know more about a person, you will be stick to that person. Similarly, Krishna is why he is glorifying his own opulence, because he wants you to stick. He wants you to tell that nothing is equal to me. Nothing in this world is equal to me. Better you come near. That's what Krishna is telling here. So Krishna is telling what? Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. So Krishna is what he is telling? Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Krishna is telling, I am the source of all. Prabhavo means I am the source of what? Everything what you see in this material world and also in the spiritual world. Everything is by me and it's coming from me. And then he's telling that only a wise person. But how can we become wise? Iti matva bhajante mam. Everywhere this bhaja means worship. Okay? Or doing devotional service. Everywhere in Bhagavad Gita, wherever you see bhajante mam, dridavrata, bhajante mam, right? Yesterday's slokas, many times bhajante mam had come. What is this bhajante mam? Bhajante mam means worshipping Krishna, doing devotional service to Krishna. That's what Krishna is stressing here more. If you do devotional service, then only you can understand about Krishna. Again here, what is Krishna telling? These 4 shlokas, 10.9, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.11. These 4 shlokas are called Chatushloki. These are the 4 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. If you don't know Bhagavad Gita, you did not understand. I came to 18 days course, but this teacher did not teach me anything. I did not understand anything. But these 4 shlokas are actually the essence of whole Bhagavad Gita. One is what? He is the source of everything. So when you know he is the source of everything, what you should do? Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. So Krishna says, I'm the source of everything, you have to worship me. So how a pure devotee worships? He always thinks about Krishna. Mat chitta, mat gata prana, always dwell in Krishna's consciousness. Then Katayantascha mam nityam, he's always speaking about Krishna. No? When you find something new, when you find something interesting, won't you tell to your friends, whoever friends? Nowadays, what is that? Something called BTS or something is famous. Won't you tell to all your friends how it is famous now? Because one friend is telling to another friend is telling to another friend, it became viral. When devotees are there, they speak. Today I learned something new about Krishna. Do you want to know? Then one devotee tells to another devotee, that devotee tells to another devotee. In this way, Krishna is telling that when you are loving me, you start speaking about me more. Why? When you feel interested in Krishna. No, that's what Krishna. Katentascha mam nityam. Every day there is katha. Every day there is speech about Krishna. Right? Tushyanti charamancha. That does not mean why should I speak to Krishna? Okay, somebody is telling me I have to speak to Krishna. I speak about Krishna, and so I'm speaking. No, why you're speaking? What do you get? Tushyanti charamanticha. You are getting so happiness while speaking about Krishna. No, you're speaking about Krishna, and you're feeling so happy while speaking. You see some lectures of senior Vaishnavas and ISKCON. They speak with so much happiness about Krishna. They don't feel, now lecture will end. After some time, lecture will end. They don't feel like that. We feel that lecture should never end. When we go to college, we feel like ulta. We feel that when will this lecture end? Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes looks like 5 hours. I can't sit here. But same devotee, same person, when he comes to temple, he is a devotee, and he feels that only 1 hour lecture, why don't you make it 2 hour, 3 hour? Why? Because he had got the taste in hearing about Krishna. That's the thing. Okay. So this is the second shloka out of 4 shlokas. Then next what he tells, this is the same thing. And next 10.10 what Krishna says, Tesham satata yukta nam bhajatam priti purvakam. Again the word bhajatam had come. Bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mabupayanti te. Now you may think, okay, Krishna told Marchita, Madgata, Prana and all of this, but I don't know how to do it. No, I don't know how to do it. So Krishna is telling it, you worship me. But sometimes I feel I don't know to worship Krishna. I don't know what his likes are, what his dislikes are. I don't know anything. One is that I can take shelter of Shastra. That means I can read about Shastras. I can to go to a guru. But I may not have always access to that. What will happen to me? I don't know who are the devotees, how to engage with them, and how to do these things. What does Krishna tell here? The Dami Buddhi Yogam Tam. I will give you intelligence. If you want, that's what I told. Decision is yours. You decide, you desire. Krishna will give that. But the desire should be spiritual. Desire should be to know more about Krishna. Krishna will give. What does Krishna says? Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I will give you, intelligence to understand me. People, they went through all the courses of Bhagavad Gita, but they still did not understand. Because why? They did not desire to understand about Krishna. But when you desire, Krishna, I want to know about you more, then Krishna will give you intelligence to know about him. No, many people saw the ad of Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna did not give intelligence to click on that. But you got the intelligence. You came into the course. You came to know about Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because you had desire to know about some spiritual life, and Krishna wanted you to come here. That's the difference. Okay. So next, what does Krishna says? Tesham evanu kampartam aham ajnana jamtamaha nashayami atma bhavastu jnanadipena bhashvata. Krishna is saying, what is it? Evanukampatam. Anukampa. What does anukampa mean? Mercy. Krishna is telling that you can't force me, Arjuna. Krishna, I want that. Give me, give me, give me. You can't force Krishna like that. Out of mercy of Krishna, Krishna will give you the jnana. Out of Krishna's mercy, that's what we call, no? We call it as causeless mercy. Is there any cause for your mercy to come here? No, we don't remember what we did in past life that I can come to in contact with Krishna consciousness. I don't have that eligibility. But Krishna's mercy was there. No, that was the thing. Tesham evanu kampartam. Because of my mercy, what happens? Because of the compassion towards all the living entities, I dwell in their heart. One thing we saw why Krishna is in our heart, to witness. Right, to witness our activities. Now Krishna is giving the second reason why he is in the heart, to monitor all the living entities, to go towards his home. Where is his home? Where Krishna is living, in Golok Vrindavan. That is our home. That's what Prabhupada always says. Go back to Godhead. Godhead is our home, but then we don't want to go there. So Krishna secretly comes. When a child leaves the home and goes out of, he doesn't know anything, but he does not want to stay with his father, because he's not liking his father. He's envious about father or anything like that. So he starts leaving his home and goes out. And what happens? Father will follow him, because father knows this child, he's mad. He will go out, but he doesn't know, without money, without anything, without elders with him, he can't live in this world. Everybody will exploit him. No, similarly, Krishna, you left Krishna's home because of your desire to enjoy without Krishna. You came here to this material world, but then Krishna is so merciful. Our father itself, when we feel, if we don't eat for one day, our parents, they call us, did you eat? You eat something, no? They start forcing. They start showing so much love for us when we have fever and everything. If one mother is doing so much, if one father is doing so much for you, think that supreme father who is always with you. Why he is with you? He had no other work or what? Because he has compassion towards you. He wants you to come back. But then you're so stubborn without turning back. You're just going in this material world from one life to another, one life to another. But Krishna is hidden inside your heart. He's not showing. If he shows, what happens? You will get angry on him. You will get angry on him because you're envious seeing Krishna. That's why you came out. No, still you become purified by chanting, by reading shastras. He won't be accessible to your eyes. That's the thing Krishna tells. But then he is there in your heart, and sitting in the heart, what is he doing? He is just simply sitting. No, what is he doing? He is giving you knowledge to come back to Krishna. He is giving the knowledge. My dear son, please come. My dear daughter, please come to me. Right? Bhagavad Gita is nothing but the love letter of a father. He's telling, please come back. Please come back. I'm there. I'm waiting for you. No? Everywhere Krishna is just writing that. I'm not audible. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's audible now. Yeah? It's audible. Okay. Yes. So when there is, especially during the Deepavali time and all, you see total darkness. But then one lamp. If you keep everywhere lamp in your corridor, what happens? Everything brightens up, no? And in the similar way, our heart is now full with ignorance. We don't know anything. But when Krishna gives knowledge, it's like light in the heart. He can show everything and all the darkness will run away. So Krishna is sitting in our heart with mercy so that you can come back to him easily. So after listening to this, as I said, these are the four things, four shlokas, which are the summary of whole Bhagavad Gita. So when he heard this, what does Arjuna tell? Krishna, I believe now, I know you are Supreme Personality of Godhead, but when you said these statements, I really know you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You proved it by your own opulence. You are showing me. You told me your opulence. I am now surrendered to you. He's giving prayers in Bhagavad Gita. If you don't know that there are prayers in Bhagavad Gita, and this is the prayer by Arjuna. What is it telling? Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramavavan, Purusham Shashwatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam Vibhum, Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve, Devarshirnaradastata, Asito Devala Vyasa, Swayam Chaiva Bhavishimi. Arjuna is telling Krishna, Krishna, you're Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, like a child when he hears something good news. You know, what happens? He jumps and jumps in joy and he starts shouting, no? Hey, we won, right? Similarly, Arjuna is like, you're Param Brahma, you're Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam. He started praying to Krishna while he listened to this. And he's like, he's in so much ecstasy when he heard about this thing. Just by doing devotional service, anybody can go to Krishna. So he's so happy listening to this. He's like, Krishna, you're Param Brahma. You're the supreme Brahman. We are just a small Brahman. Krishna is the supreme. He's Param Brahman. Then Param Dhama, you're the shelter of everyone. Then what? Pavitram, he is the purest. Paramam Bhavan, you're the supreme authority of everything. Purusham Shashwatam Divyam, we are just bodies, but Krishna is Purusham, Adi Purusham. Govindam, Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhadram. He is the first person. So, he is Adi Purusham. Then, Shashwatam, he is eternal and Divyam. So opulent, so original, so beautiful. Adi Devam, Ajam Vibhum. You have so many opulences, Krishna, Arjuna says. But then he says, some might think, no, because he's a friend, he is just buttering Krishna. No, Arjuna gives the proof. Krishna, only not me. I am not telling this. Actually, I heard from whom? Devarshi Narada. Narada told this. Not only him, Asita told. There is stage called Asita. There is stage called Devala, Vyasa. Vyasa is Veda Vyasa, who wrote Vedas. So they are also telling. They Swayam, that means they themselves are telling that you are the Param Brahman, Param Dhama. This is not my words. Arjuna is telling them. So Arjuna is telling that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not just for me. Everyone knows that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these sages are the top intelligence sages. No? So when they are telling, what about me, Krishna? I'm told like this only, I'm just a devotee. But then I know more. Now I came to know more about you. That's the Krishna saying. Then what does he tell? Sarvametad ratam manye yanmam vedasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana danava. Oh Krishna, I'm totally accept that the truth all told by you to me, and neither the gods nor the demons know thy personality. Now what is it telling? Vyaktim. Krishna is Vyakti. Krishna is not a light or the Brahman. Some people say you are Nirakar, Nirgun. Nirakar, Nirgun in what sense? In material sense. Krishna has material form? No. He has spiritual form. That's why he is Nirakar. No, there is no Akar in this material world. He has spiritual Akar. That's the thing. So he is Vyaktim. He is not Avyakti. He is Vyakti. Indeed, you are alone yourself by your own potency, O origin of all, Lord, all beings. God is God of gods, a supreme person, Lord of universe. So beautifully, Arjuna is convinced now. This is Krishna. This is the absolute Lord of this universe. The acceptance of Arjuna of all that Krishna says should be emulated. That means what Arjuna is telling after listening to this chapter, the same should be your you should also be convinced like Arjuna if you really understand this chapter. Like Arjuna is convinced that this Krishna is supreme Lord. Similarly, one who understands this chapter will come to that conclusion. So that's what Prabhupada is telling. Then we can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's what I told. If you want to really understand Krishna, then be in the position of Arjuna. Then only you can understand, or else you can't understand. Please tell me. So now Arjuna, he wants to know more about Krishna. He's not just satisfied by this. He wants to know more. That's why he's telling. Please tell me in detail your divine opulence and pervade all over all these words. That means whatever you have told, please tell me more. I don't know if my voice is clear or what. Hare Krishna. Okay, so Arjuna is asking, how should I meditate on you? What is the procedure of everything? So Krishna is like, yes, you have to meditate on me. On what basis? Describe in detail the mystic opulences. Now again, Arjuna is asking, can you please explain? So Krishna says, yes, I will tell you my splendors of manifestation. I'll tell you, Arjuna. But the thing is, my opulences are limitless. So it's difficult for you to there's so much time it will take if I start telling, because it's limitless, it's unlimited. So what I'll tell is the best of my best of the best things. So I'll tell only the best of all the other things. So Krishna starts telling that I'm the super soul. That means first he tells I'm the original Paramatma who is in the heart of all living entities. That means he's in our heart. Can you believe that Krishna is in our heart? Now with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma in your heart, just touch your heart and see. You can't even feel, but Krishna tells, I'm there. I'm there. Why can't you feel? Because you're not yet devotees of me. That's the reason. Krishna is like, I'm the beginning, I'm the middle, and the end of all beings. I'm the Adityas and Vishnu. I'm the Adityas, of Adityas, I'm the Vishnu, of the lights and the sun, of the Marutas and Marichi, and among the stars, I am the moon. Normally, ISKCON devotees, they play quiz in this. They'll ask, among Aditya, who is Krishna? So they have to answer all of this. They have to tell this Vishnu and all of that. So in that way, it's kind of a fun game for devotees because so many things are there. You will see in next all shlokas. He tells, I'm of Rudras, I'm the Lord Shiva. Of Yakshas, I'm Rakshasas. I'm in the Yakshas and the Rakshasas, I'm what? Kubera. And in Vasus, I'm Agni. And in mountains, I'm Meru. Of the priest, I'm, O Arjuna, who is priest? That's Brahaspati. I'm Brahaspati. And of generals, I'm Kartikeya. And of the water bodies, I'm the ocean. I said only the best Krishna is choosing here. So he is also other things also. But here Krishna is choosing only the best in the Bhagavad Gita because of the limited time what Arjuna had, because he had to fight after some while. That's why if he starts speaking about himself, it's unlimited. That's why Krishna is putting a little bar on him. So he is telling, of sages I'm Brigu, of vibration I'm Om, of the sacrifice I'm the chanting. Yagnana Japa Yagnasmi. Krishna is telling in Yagnas I'm Japa Yagna. So Japa is very important. No, I said he's taking only the best thing. So Japa is the best here. So of immovable, I'm the Himalaya. And in the banyan tree, I'm the sage. In trees, I'm banyan tree. In the sage, I'm the sage demigod. It's Narada. In Gandharva, it's Chitraratha. And amongst the perfect being, I'm the sage Kapila. Of the weapons, I'm the thunderbolt. Among cows, I'm the Surabhi. Of the causes of procreation, I'm Kandarpa. That's the god of love. And the serpent, I'm the Vasuki. In the many hoods, I'm in the Nagas, I'm the Ananta. And among the aquatics, I'm the demigod Varuna. The departed of the ancestors, I'm the Aryama. And among the dispenser, the law, I'm the Yama, the lord of death. Among the Daityas, I'm the Prahlad, the devotee Prahlad. And among the subduer, I'm the time. Among the beasts, I'm the lion. And among the birds, I'm the Garuda. Of all creations, I'm the being of the end and the middle. O Arjuna, I'm the science of I am the self. I'm the spiritual science of the self. And among the logicians, I'm the conclusive truth. Of letters, I'm the letter A or A, or the first letter of any language. And of among the compound, I am the dual compounds. That means like Krishna Chaitanya, in the sense, two names coming together. And I'm the inexhaustible time. I'm the creator of the Brahma. I'm in creators, I'm Brahma. So Krishna is choosing the best ones. And next what he says, I'm the all devouring death, and I'm the generating principle of that yet to be. And among women, I'm the fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, and steady kindness and patience. Okay, the 7 qualities of woman is told here. And of hymns, I'm the Samaveda, I'm the Brihat Sama, and the poetry, I'm the Gayatri of the month, I'm Magashira, the November and December. And in the seasons, I'm the flower bearing spring. And I'm also gambling in the cheats. I'm the splendid of the splendor. I'm the victory of the adventure. I'm the strength of the strong. So Krishna is choosing what's the best. And then again, what he says, I'm the descendant of the Vishnu. I'm the Vasudeva of and of Pandavas. I'm Arjuna. O sage of sage, I'm Vyasa. And among great thinkers, I'm the Ushana. Ushana means who? Anybody knows? It's Shankaracharya. Okay. Among all means, I am the suppressing lawless. I am the punishment. And of those who seek victory, I am the morality. And the secret of things, I am silence. And of wise, I am the wisdom. So among all means, again, the same thing is repeated. And furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence in the being, moving and non-moving, that is existed without me. That means he's the everything. Okay, this picture you can see here, everything is given here, right? Among the fishes, which is the biggest fish, it's whale. That's Krishna. That means you can see, you can connect to everything. Whenever you see whale, oh, Krishna said he's like that. He's the supreme. How supreme you can see? You compare, right? How supreme was that person? So you compare. He was like a whale in water. That means he is so supreme, right? That's what here analogy is given by Krishna. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end for my divine manifestation. What I have spoken to you is but a mere identification, infirmity, opulence. He is like, this is the spark of a fire. I am fire. So huge it is. So mighty conqueror of the enemies, there is no end for my opulence. Know that all the opulence, beauty, and the glory creation spring from one spark of my splendor. That means this is just a spark. Krishna is telling, this is just a spark here, what I told. The original is where? It's in the spiritual world. So Krishna is like, this is just a spark. Seeing the spark only we are fainting. So think how the whole fire will be. We can't even imagine that fire, This is just a spark, Krishna is telling. This material world, we feel so attached, we feel so attracted to this material world, no? Krishna is saying this is spark. So think how great, how attractive Krishna would be. We can't even imagine. But we left everything and try to come here, no? But what's the need is there, Arjuna, of all the detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So Krishna is like, what's the use of this? Everything is my own, one single fragmental part. What is it? That's Krishna. He is the supreme, and we are just small souls of Krishna. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is one book called Chaitanya Charita. It is said that our universe is like a mustard in a mustard bag. So small we are, our universe. And where we are? In India, in a particular place, in our home, we are sitting. So how insignificant we are. So Krishna is like, this is all my one fragmental part. In flower, if you scatter everything, the parts, there is a pollen inside, right? The small parts. It's like that. It gives another form to another, when a seed goes, it forms another tree. Similarly, we are just a spark, but we are not origin. Origin is Krishna. We are just spark of him. So these are just quiz time. We don't have that much of time to go through all the quizzes. Okay. So all these things, same thing what we discussed here. Same thing is said here, just repetition. So those who are done quizzes, for them it's well done. Okay. Okay. So yeah, today we discuss the 4 parts of 10th chapter. That is what? The unknowable, the source. Krishna is the source, but we don't know his origin because he was before us. We were after Krishna. So then the pure devotee can only access to this original Krishna. So then the Arjuna accepts when Krishna tells that 4 shlokas from 10.8 to 10.11. That means first one was that he is everywhere, all pervading. Then he tells about Machita Madhyata Prana. Then he tells about if you don't know how to do it, I'll give you devotional service. That means I will give you intelligence. And then he tells, I'm in the heart of every living entities and I give the light to you, right? That's what he told. And he's like, this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. And then when Arjuna hears, he becomes fully joyous. He was like, I wanted to hear this, Krishna, but then I want to know more about you. Then Krishna starts explaining about it. Okay, you can go through the purpose of these things. It's so beautiful. Prabhupada has written. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is there any question? Yes, if there are any questions, please. Okay, if there are no questions, please go through the purpose of, if possible. And I hope everybody are doing all the quizzes of Gita 18. It's very important how Krishna managed all this universe. In Bhagavatam, in the third canto, it's said that, I don't know exactly which canto. It is said that in there, Shukadeva Goswami, he says, he's like, Krishna does not keep any effort. For us, when we create something, it's like, if you are a IIT person, or if you are a programmer, you will sit whole night to create one program in a computer, right? Whole night, you'll be tired doing everything. But then Krishna is like, it is said that if Krishna closes his half eyes, not even full eyes, and if he dreams that I want, our dreams are like not real dreams. Krishna's dreams, they come real. If Krishna in dream, he thinks, I want to create this material universe. Created, done. So Krishna need not do all these things. It's by default it happens. So Krishna does not want, he does not put any special effort. Oh, I created a universe, but I forgot to put water in it. How will I do it? Or I have to pick one water from this universe to put another in that another universe. No, Krishna does not need. He's supreme intelligence. He knows everything. No, that's what I told. Krishna is supreme. That's what Krishna is telling in this chapter, that I am the supreme. I can do everything by my own. I need not do anything. To manage, Krishna does not put any special effort. Oh, I forgot. Oh, your karma was pending, no? Oh, I forgot. I did not write it in my book. Krishna does not do that. Krishna knows everything, and whole thing, he knows everything. We can make mistake. Krishna can never make mistake. No? Oh, I forgot to give you ears. I could not. Oh, sorry. I'll put a ear to you. Krishna did not do that. No? Krishna knows everything. We make mistakes because we are conditioned. That's why we get difficulty to know about Krishna. That's what Krishna is telling. No, I will give you intelligence because he knows our intelligence. And Kali Yuga people, it is said that in Kali Yuga, it's like Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Upadrita. Our mind is Manda. That means we have less intelligence. So Krishna is like, you just chant. Later everything else. So Krishna does not need to manage like us. Krishna manages. If he desires, everything starts becoming. So it's not a big issue for Krishna. But when we see about Krishna, then we are like astonished. How does Krishna do these things? No, that's the thing. From where Krishna came, that's we don't know. That's the source of everything. But where he's living in everybody's heart as Paramatma. But then where can you see that flute wala Krishna? You can see in Golok Vrindavan. That's we shared a Goloka chart, right? Ritika Mataji, if you know Goloka chart, I had shared in the group. In that, on the top there is Goloka Vrindavan, pink color lotus, and there Krishna is now. And from where he came, we don't know, because that's what in the first sloka I told, no? Nobody could know me. Even the sages could not know me. Demigods could not know me. Why? Because, like I said, your parents came before you. So you know limited about your parents. But parents know everything about you. Why? They gave you birth. They started seeing you growing, no? But you did not see your parents growing. Similarly, Krishna knows everything about us because we are coming from Krishna. But we know very limited about Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is like our parent. We know very limited because they were before us. Krishna was before us, so we don't know. If Krishna wants to reveal to you, then Krishna will reveal. But before that, we should chant. We should know from Shastras. How will Krishna reveal to us? If it is in Bhagavatam, if it is in Bhagavad Gita, then only Krishna is revealing, because it is said by Krishna. Right? That's the thing. So he is presently now Even now he is in Golok Vrindavan. He's doing all sorts of pastime. He might be playing with gopas, he might be with gopis, he might be, don't know. But then he's still there. He just appears to us. That's the difference. Okay. I hope I answered you, Ritika Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Yes. Okay. Tomorrow is the 11th chapter. It's Vishwarupa of Krishna. So let's see what will happen tomorrow when Vishwarupa is shown and how will be Arjuna's reaction to it. Okay. Yes. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhi eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.